Big news.
Big news. Big.
Does that mean you got a pay? Did your pay go up?
Oh, better. I can negotiate now.
You can negotiate now?
I have legitimate leverage. I have bargaining power.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
But it's exciting, man. You know, I was on the website like over and over, load, reload. It's in a standstill, but yeah, no, it's good. It's a good day today.
Good. Congratulations. That is big.
Big
A B minus is nothing to laugh about. I love it. I'm proud of you.
We're one step closer, Mitch.
Yeah,
we're one step closer.
It's almost there.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, though.
Thanks, buddy.
54 podcasts now. You know that, right? That's big.
54.
54.
Buddy, you know what else was 54?
What's that?
Maybe the greatest club of all time.
Whoa.
Greatest podcast of all time.
Right.
Is at episode 54.
Yeah.
Stars are aligning.
I like how you went with that. I like
You like that?
Yeah.
I like that. Did you ever watch the movie 54?
You know what? It was a long time ago, and I kind of remember.
It's one of those, it's a cult classic movie. What I mean, like, you look at the star rating, it was like 1 or 2 stars.
Yeah.
It's really not that, like, it's not winning an Oscar. It's not that great of a movie, but it's an amazing movie.
Really?
If you know what I mean.
Sure.
It's kind of like the Boondock Saints.
Yeah, see,
no one gave it credit, comes out, all of a sudden you're like, what is this?
Right.
How is this not winning 8 Oscars a year?
Well, you know what? I agree with you there. It deserves. There should be another category of movies, right? You got your Oscars for like the top-notch movies and all
Sure.
that. Whatever. And then you got to get like that in that middle range that everyone really enjoys, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Avengers, being that you're part of that nerd group, you guys are being, I don't know what the word is. You guys are not getting your accolades. You should have like the nerd Oscars.
Yeah, a nerd Oscar.
Nerd Oscars.
Yeah, they have like they clearly have the AVN Awards that I was a part of last year.
They're being discriminatory.
Yeah, it's exclusion.
Yeah, exclusion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
I don't like that.
It's not right.
That's not right.
You know what's crazy about the Oscars? Why is there never a comedy genre? How the heck is there not a comedy genre?
No sense of humor.
No sense of humor.
Yeah,
Well
what
done,
a
Jim.
bunch of losers.
Yeah. That's why. You're
I don't
absolutely
like it.
right. No. You know what I don't like? That I didn't win the Powerball.
Well, do you have to be a U.S. citizen?
You do. However, I called South Carolina George, and I called a few other
You called
U.S.
South
connections.
By the way, how you doing, South Carolina,
Hey,
George?
South Carolina George. But 1.6 billion somebody won just the other day.
Is that the biggest all time?
That's the biggest of all time. Now, here in Canada, we have also our biggest of all time coming up Friday. Buy your tickets. 60 million plus another, I believe, 54 million in individual prizes.
Really?
Which is,
But the
crazy.
main pot that you can win is 60.
60.
Or
correct.
if you pick the right ticket, can you get that 111?
Mate, you know what? Who knows? No one's been able to do it up until now, so why not? No, you can't get 111. The 54 are individual. So unless you're amazing and you hit your $60 million ticket and then you hit 54 straight $1 million numbers, then yeah, you could hit 100.
So it's possible.
You know what? Yes, it is. And
I
the
just
other
want
thing
a
is,
straight answer,
I just
Mitch.
want to also say why Canada is a little bit better than the States. Just a little bit better on this end of it. In the States, you win your 1.6 bill, you're taxed on that. You're taxed basically close to $1 billion.
They hit them hard. What do you end up with?
Yeah, like 500 something million. Where here, granted, it's a lower prize, but it's tax free. It's your money.
That is a lot of money
A
to
lot.
go back to the government.
Now, you know what makes me mad?
Just back up here. In Canada, you don't have to pay taxes on your lottery win.
Negative.
That's what's holding me back, like
That's
this
it.
whole time from winning. I never tried.
That's all you had to
know,
do. You
Jeff-
just had to win the lottery.
Look, in the wise words of Wayne Gretzky, you cannot score the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well said.
You're right.
And
You're right.
going back into the sports side of it, you got J.J. Schuster, wide receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Juju. What did
You
I say?
said JJ.
Well, he goes by JJ. They call
No,
him.
you're making that up now.
No, I swear they go by JJ, Juju, whatever. Like,
Yeah, but you're not good with names. It's
yeah,
okay.
true.
It's okay.
So Juju spent over $2,000 on lottery tickets. You know
He
who
spent.
else? He spent. And then you know who also spent another huge amount of money on lottery tickets?
Warren Buffett.
Mayweather.
Oh, Mayweather.
So I'm convinced now. If Mayweather is buying lottery tickets, that he's poor.
No, it's the art of winning.
No, you know what it is? It's also because why does he keep fighting? If you've got billions and billions of dollars,
Yeah, you're right.
and you keep beating the guys that want to have a piece of you, and now you're just picking fights. Like now you're like, oh, I want you, Khabib. I want to fight you for another $1 billion. But why is it that you keep putting your risk on the line?
You think he's in financial trouble?
100% he is. 100%.
No room for error.
There's no room for error.
100%. I'm taking as this is. You're very convinced.
I am. Of course, I am.
I think so too.
Why?
I think so too.
You know, and to the other side of it, this weekend, I don't know if you saw. You watched that Lakers Houston game. The first
was
game
that a game? I thought that was Showtime pay-per-view.
Exactly. But guess who was sitting in the front row? Mr. Mayweather. I think he sanctioned a couple of those fights. He's making $1 everywhere.
That's why he did it. He was promoting the fight.
Exactly.
Mayweather Promotions.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense.
Everywhere.
No wonder.
And he's still broke.
We want to talk about that now, or you want to wait till later?
No, I'm just saying. I just brought that up. We'll talk about it later. I'm just saying.
Okay.
He happened to be there. Fight broke out. Everyone's trying to make a buck.
Because I'm getting riled up.
Yeah.
You know me.
Speaking of, making tons of money. You know who's making tons of money this weekend? Major League Baseball.
Really?
Yeah. Who called the Dodgers to go to the World Series? Who was that?
I don't know. Was it a guy?
Who was that?
Maybe a guy who doubled down on the
That's
SPORTSFOLIO.
right.
You're welcome.
That's right. Well done.
Thank you.
Well
That's
done.
right. You know what? You're right. They are making a lot of money. This is crazy. You have the Boston Red Sox.
Right.
Against the LA Dodgers.
That's right.
One side of the world against the other. I mean, this is a sports commission league's dream to have a team from that New York area. And if it was the Yankees, I would argue that it would be just as big.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
100%.
I don't know if it would be maybe bigger, but you're not losing anything with the Boston Red Sox when it comes to baseball. So you got LA, biggest city on the West Coast.
Yep.
Boston, one of the biggest cities, best team in the MLB on the East Coast. What a dream. This reminds me of when the Stanley Cup, the LA Kings were playing the New York Rangers.
Yes.
The NHL was just salivating at that prospect.
For Major League Baseball, they literally couldn't have picked it any better. The two big markets going at it, big money, big names, everything. Literally, both owners are sitting back, loving it. The MLB sitting back. They couldn't ask for anything better.
Why would they need to buy a Powerball?
No, they didn't
They
have
got
to.
the best stock in the whole world.
Exactly.
Wow.
Now, when you got two juggernauts like that playing each other for the finals, what happens when you get a little bit of Oilers, the second or third worst team in the league, but the best player, versus the Penguins, one of the top 3 teams yesterday and I gotta admit, this is where the NHL has to start looking at it from a pay-per-view point of view. Why not put this on a pay-per-view? Pay $10 to watch these two because yesterday, what a game! Oilers, Penguins.
Wow,
Dimitri, you wanted to bring it up.
I wanted to bring it up. But I didn't know you were going to go there. But I want to touch on it for a sec. What a missed opportunity! You're right. Who's not buying this game on NHL.com? Let's say $10,
$5,
or whatever, Dazen, or whatever deal that they work out. Two juggernauts getting together. You know what's really great about this one? The game was excellent. Look, the game itself was great. High scoring game, but I liked it because both players actually showed up.
Absolutely.
This wasn't, and the teams helped them out a little bit. Yeah, sure, you could say goaltending was suspect, but it doesn't matter. Look,
no one's paying to watch somebody stop the puck.
Sidney Crosby has not scored a goal all year. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's been on the assist board. Pretty typical. He likes to set up the plays. However, where does he get his first goals now? Boom. How's your mother? He pops 2 in against the Edmonton Oilers and McDavid. And not only that, he seals the deal with that maneuver of maneuvers in overtime. And basically said, look, McDavid. Wait in line.
Wait in line.
Just wait in line.
You know how much I hate agreeing with you. You know how much I hate it. But I'm going to say it. That overtime goal, I mean, you can look at it 2 ways. He's that talented, in and out of the guy's legs, doesn't know which way he's going, or Edmonton sucks that bad. And we all know they need a defenseman. Well, the pylon or defenseman that the Oilers had, that was unreal.
What a top
great
pairing,
goal,
though, Mitch.
No, I know, and I give the Oiler fans a little bit of a hard time. But bottom line, when Sidney Crosby's on, he's on, and there's no stopping. I don't care who you are.
This was a testament to the respect that you can tell that Sidney Crosby has, and not just him, every player in the league for Connor McDavid. Sidney Crosby, like I said, hasn't scored a goal. He's been on the assist side of things, hasn't turned it up. But I'll tell you what, I know that in his heart of hearts, he's like, this Connor McDavid guy, it brought the best out of him. And why? Because Connor McDavid is the future of the NHL.
Absolutely.
Okay? The guy is unbelievable. Is he the best skater of all time?
I swear,
Mitch,
it's like You were reading my mind.
Yeah,
I
'cause
saw
we're
him
Fight Club.
jump
We're
onto
Fight Club.
we're Fight Club. When he was jumping onto the ice just for a warm up, that speed and intensity was like, you're just warming up, right? Like it was crazy. And you know what?
Unbelievable.
He was. Why do we not give him enough credit? The kid's jacked. He's playing the guy that he watched playing. And,
Yes.
I mean, he's going up against his idol to some degree, I guess you can say, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And he knows this is going to be a show. It's me versus. You know what they should do in hockey? In basketball, they kind of do this a little bit. It's called isolation. It's like basically one-on-one. Was it not a one-on-one game? Basically, make it Connor McDavid versus Sidney Crosby, each goalie, boom, let's go. Because that's, I think, all people really cared about was.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can sit here, I can sit here and say, oh yeah, as a Penguins fan, what a great victory. Yeah, we came in and Crosby sealed the deal and destroyed him. Let's not forget, 3 minutes left in the game, Connor McDavid has a breakaway. He's got a chance to seal it himself. Mm-hmm. This story, why it's so great, is because it actually could have gone either way, Mitch.
Sure.
We could be talking about Connor McDavid saying, hey, Crosby, you move over now because I've arrived. I can't wait to see the next one.
Yeah, it's going to be great. These guys are the reason people tune in for hockey. These two
it's
put on
crazy.
a show. Congrats to those two last night. Now, speaking of hockey, this weekend, I know we always talk about our weekend, but I have to kind of, digress. We'll talk a little bit. We try to get the banter back into the sports realm of things, right?
Yeah.
So this weekend, I caught myself watching, and I fell upon it, 30 by 30, 30 for 30 on ESPN. And it was the John Spano episode.
One of the greatest Greeks of all time.
One
He's
of the
like
greatest.
third behind Alexander and Leonidas.
Exactly. And buddy, how crazy was this? Have you seen this 30 by 30?
Buddy, this-
I don't want to go super into it,
What
but
an amazing story on so many levels.
for those that have not seen it, I promise you, watch it, because basically here's the Coles Noel version. It is the NHL almost gave a franchise to this guy, John Spano, with nothing down. 0%, 100% financing, ready to go. Here's your NHL team. P.S. It's the Islanders. And he had gone to the Dallas Stars first. He kind of had a deal in place, and then they kind of backed out last minute. They're like, something's up with this guy. We don't like it. Then he went straight to the Florida Panthers. He could have got that deal, but the owner had just worked out a deal with the city to get a new stadium, so that fell through. But he would have probably got that one, I guarantee you.
I guarantee.
Then he ends up on the Islanders kind of watch list.
Well, they were suffering. Do you remember there was that time the roof was leaking?
Exactly. He even called it. He goes, "This place is a hole." The guy that frauded you is calling your home base a hole. It's crazy. And you know what I loved about it? I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. Being that I work in the financial district for as long as I have, you can kind of tell from afar who's real, who's not real. The NHL needs to hire me, because I could have smelt this a mile away. I could have told you.
First of all, Greek guy with a plan should be your first signal.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If you watch the 30 by 30 episode, he didn't have a plan, man. You gotta watch. The NHL's due diligence on this and Bettman was on this episode as well. It's a zero. If Bettman could have been more honest, he would have been like, and once he retires, he probably say it there was zero vetting. They're like, you want to buy a team? Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. And they were they got so excited. They were like an 18-year-old at the brothel.
Very typical for franchises.
Very, very typical. They were so excited. They're like, I don't want to say anything, but I got a guy. It was crazy. It's awesome. You got to watch a 30 by 30.
I think my favorite is he fires Mike Milbury. He actually took control.
That's what's crazy.
The crazy thing is, he scams his way in. He's like, I'm going to pull a kobina, which is the Greek word for all you listening. I'm going to pull a fast one. I'm going to do a little maneuver.
Yeah.
But that's not his motivation. He gets there and he's like, hold on. I got to turn this thing around.
Exactly.
He took the job seriously.
He did.
How does he not? They should have given him a job.
All I'm going to say is this. How, if you're
changes the jersey.
Yeah.
Fires Milbury. Says, look, coaching is off the wall. We need to rebrand.
Exactly.
And we got to do some leasehold improvements.
We got to do it. And we'll call upon
shame on you, NHL.
Literally,
you need more Spanoses.
Yeah, you need more. But I'm more mad at Spanos right now than anything, because all he had to do was come up with $18 million. So the purchase price was $167.
Okay.
He got $80 ready to go, and all he needed was $18 to finalize the deal. Watch the episode and you'll see what I'd rather me go into detail. And what he did was ruin it for the rest of the Greeks and everyone else that could have had me and you could have actually owned a franchise if he didn't wreck it.
With your banking record,
Yeah.
and my negotiating skills,
Exactly.
How do we not own the
With
Yankees?
my credit rating and your street smarts for passing that exam, we had this ready to go. We could have owned our own NHL franchise.
We're missed opportunities.
Missed opportunities.
Which is something for a different time, locker room.
Exactly. I'm so upset with you, Spano.
Actually,
I'm so
missed
upset.
opportunities is what started the podcast.
You know, it's typical for a Greek guy to wreck it for the other Greek guys. Way to go, bud.
yeah,
Thanks a lot.
nice work.
Thanks,
nice
man.
work.
Listen, bottom line, great episode. I highly recommend it. It's just so informative and funny, but not funny. It's kind of just a great episode. Anyways, that ESPN does it right with these 30 by 30s.
You know what? 30 by 30, in my opinion, is the best sports expose that is out there. Exactly. You want to watch a sports show, you want to get informed. What I like is the scenarios that they take. It's not your conventional this, that, and the other. They take some really, really cool scenarios. I told you even Tale of the Two Escobars.
Yes.
Excellent episode.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it. But 30 for 30.
It's my new weekend thing.
Is that's the weekend thing?
That's gonna be that.
Amazing.
That and trying to have a baby. Okay,
No!
Jeff. Listen, Jeff. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Woo!
Your segment is up.
Oh, shit.
But I'm going to be honest. I got some text messages the other day. They're like, you want to do Tales of the Crypt with Jeff. We're hoping for a little bit of, I think what I'm kind of getting at, Jeff, is there's been some text messages and some emails sent to me and Dimitri with regards to you're holding back.
You're holding back,
Jeff. We know you're holding back. The fans know you're holding back.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, it's up to you right now. You need to carry this forward.
Now,
Last chance,
right.
Jeff. Last chance.
All right.
it's the bottom of the ninth.
It's a bottom of the nine.
Two out, 2 strikes.
Is this going to be it for me if I don't
heater,
reveal
Jeff.
enough?
Give him the heater.
Ricky Vaughn pitching.
I was going to tell a nice, safe, family-friendly Halloween story, but
Hey, man, it's your call.
If it doesn't
You wanna
involve
throw the
anal,
change up?
we don't want it.
You want to throw the change up? You want to throw the heater? You go ahead. I'm just giving you the FYI.
well, a good magician never reveals all his secrets, right?
Touche. That's true.
But the nice stories are going to run out eventually, so just stay tuned.
He's playing on.
I'm going to run out a nice story soon, but I do want to do one for Halloween.
All right, go ahead.
And it may involve a small anal portion. I'm not sure. And I think you could relate it to the story. I think
I was going to give you 5 minutes, but go ahead. You have 7.
So I just wanted to tell you about the best Halloween costume that I've ever seen in my life. We were playing in some scuzzy little town up north, Slave Lake, and sorry for all the people living there, but you know where you live.
I don't think they even have equipment to download us, Jeff, so don't worry.
They're still using tin
Still
cans
haven't
with
recovered
roll-ons.
from the
There's still
fire.
some smoke signals. Yeah.
So these two guys, this is back in 1986 or 87, something like that, and these two guys come into the bar, and they're dressed in white hazmat suits from top to bottom. One guy has the red cop light and a siren on his head, and it's going off because the other guy has the sensor mounted on his back, and he's scanning people. They're the AIDS busters. Remember Ghostbusters? Yes. It's hilarious. So they're walking through the bar, scanning people for AIDS, and then the guy's light goes off. Woo, 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 woo. You're busted, right? And I'm sure some of those people...
Did the batteries run out at detours?
Whoa.
These guys were super creative, and it was super funny. And there's my Halloween story for anybody who still loves getting.
You know what,
dressed
Jeff? You know where I got respect for you? I gave you 7. You took like 2, and I think you got your point across. So for anyone that texted me last week and said, "I'm not sure about this," don't text me again. We know what works. Jeff, that works. You're back on, baby.
Oh, thank
Tales
God.
from the Alchemy Rock and Roll Crypt.
That's right.
Boom.
Boom.
Thanks, guys.
That's amazing. You know what? I got a Halloween story.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice,
I'm going to
nice.
tell you.
We got 4 minutes. Go ahead.
Cover me.
Actually, truth be told, in grade 12,
Yeah.
my Halloween costume, I show up to school.
Yeah.
I dress up in all red.
Okay.
I paint my face red, and I come in on a tricycle. And everyone, this is a true story, and everyone says to me, like, what are you? I go, oh, I'm the menstrual cycle.
That's horrible.
I made the yearbook. And a half-day suspension.
That's
But I
pretty
made
good.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say.
yearbook. Is that not genius?
I
was tapping into my creativity.
You know what? And I hope they're not holding you back because of that.
No,
You know
not
what?
at all.
That was quite good, actually.
Speaking about holding back.
Yeah.
I hate getting held back.
Why?
Well, because I like to just, if I have an agenda,
Right.
if I have something,
Right.
I want to do it.
All right.
I don't want to live by rules.
No, don't live by
rules
the
aren't
rules.
for me. I create my own rules.
That's what the podcast is about.
That's why we created it. And I want to get in and I want to start, but every time I do, I can't. It's like a fish hook, Mitch.
Yeah.
It's like it's pulling me back.
Right.
Someone's reeling.
Okay.
Because before we get into anything on this show,
Right.
and Jeff, cue the music. We can't do nothing without bringing to you the Macromind Media Metrics of the Week. Macromind Media Metrics of the Week. Macromindmedia.com is the genius behind RealLockerRoomTalk.com. Don't believe me? Check out their portfolio. Don't believe that? Go check out Headversity and get some real world problems that are getting real solved by hashtag AskDrRT. Macromindmedia.com. Greatest thing that's happened, wouldn't you say?
I would say it's fantastic.
Do you want to hear some real metrics?
Okay.
You'd think, oh, you're 54 in. How much bigger can you get?
You can't get much bigger than that.
You'd think that we'd stabilize.
Yeah.
We achieved our goals. We got complacent. If I were to tell you, Mitch,
Yeah.
that today
Today.
on Podbean, we broke
What?
the 70 mark
Get
for
you
followers.
stop it right now.
I'm not. It happened.
Stop it right now.
No, I'm not. We broke the 70 mark with followers.
That's amazing.
Do you want to know what that just did?
No.
Bring our follower per week average up.
What?
Well, I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it's up.
It's up. It's up.
It's up.
It's up
It's
again.
up. Just like you trying to make babies. It's up.
It's up. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Beautiful. Anyways, thank you, macromindmedia.com. Amazing. But that's not only where we get downloads from.
Sure it
Mitch.
is. That's all we got.
No. Go contraire, mon frere.
Oh.
I've got an update on that average for you. It's 1.296, almost 1.3.
That's,
per week.
again, Hall of Fame numbers.
Boom. There you go.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, McDavid, those aren't your averages yet. That's all I'm saying. He's 3 years in. We're
Yeah,
one.
we're one.
Yeah, whatever.
Suck it, bud.
That's what he did to Crosby Stick last
it.
night. Yeah.
Oh. So that's it.
No, Mitch, it's not it. We're getting downloads from a radio station entitled Agape Greek Radio.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, AGAPE GreekRadio.com, where you can hear Real Locker Room Talk Friday, Saturday,
What?
Sunday as well.
So let me get this straight. You go to Gappy Greek Radio and you can hear us?
Any part of the world.
Get out
Friday
of
to
here.
Sunday.
No.
All inclusive in Mexico.
Really?
Real Locker Room Talk.
I don't believe you.
David Attenborough Expedition in Iceland.
Get out.
Real Locker Room Talk.
Done. You download it and you're walking up a mountain.
Hey,
You're ready to
what
go.
more do you want? What more do you want?
There's nothing else.
Maldives vacation.
Boom.
Real Locker Room Talk.
Get a little tired of the wife. You're like, hey, honey, do you mind? I'm just gonna listen to a little podcast.
I need to kill an hour.
And you need our melodic voices to just soothe that pain.
Angelic
Yeah,
voices.
exactly.
Absolutely. You know, we're part of a radio station that right now is harboring the pound for pound greatest ethnic duo of all time.
Yes.
The Vixen and Jackal.
Ah, right. Yeah.
They did it.
They still haven't taken on our challenge.
Well, they're pound for pound right now, but we got him next year.
Yeah, we
Mitch.
got him.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah, fair enough.
We should give him a WWE promo.
We should.
Yeah, just
That's
really
good.
just a tag team match.
You know, it's funny how they won this award.
We weren't
And
eligible
we were
yet.
no, fair enough. And we were on the show though. Does that count for anything?
You're saying that they based it off of our show.
I think that if they had to send in one specific episode going, this is what we have to include,
Yeah.
it could have been that
Stan, you
episode.
know the truth.
Yeah.
Only you know, Stan.
Only you know, Stan.
You do.
You know what you did.
Don't
Stan.
say anything. But we'll let the cards speak for themselves.
saying.
Next award
But the
show.
girls are amazing.
Yeah, they are.
They do some great work.
Yeah.
Boom. There it
Let's
is.
get into it.
Let's do
now
this.
I can finally breathe again.
Well, that only took No, I'm just joking. So here we go.
How are we for time?
No, we're fantastic.
Are we rolling?
This is big.
Let's stay on
we
pace.
We are breaking
Let's stay on
numbers here.
pace.
Jeff, for once, is not going to charge us overtime fees. This is big.
You, not us.
Do you remember when you used to have to charge, or you used to get charged by Blockbuster for not rewinding the VHS?
Yeah, the Be Kind, Please Rewind sticker.
You're like, Dimitri, you're late on Secret Games and another 25 cents for not rewinding
Hold
it.
on, what Secret Games?
I'm just
Mitch?
saying.
No. You know exactly what that
I'm
is.
just saying.
Was that a movie?
I'm not
Is
just
it
saying.
a movie?
Listen, I got to get into this itinerary. I'm just throwing out a name.
What, no,
I
what?
made that up.
Everyone wants to know what Secret Games.
Everyone knows what Secret Games is. You never watched Secret Games?
No. What Secret Games?
Probably one of the greatest
I thought it was a porno.
soft porno of all times. It was not full porno.
Secret Games or Red Shoe Diaries. Quick, Spitfire.
Oh, I'm telling you, Secret Games.
Okay, fair enough.
Money in the bank all day. Speaking
P.S.
of the
Anyone
bank,
who subscribes to HBO, 1 a.m. Friday nights. All I have to say.
you know what? Speaking of the bank, talking about money, we work at a bank.
Yeah.
The one thing that I've come to this conclusion, we're going to start a little bit with the NHL. Last week, the Toronto Maple Leafs, we talk about them quite often here. And right now, Toronto's off to a great start. But they're off
Amazing
to a
start.
great start without one of their key players, Willam Nylander from the Toronto Maple Leafs, who is now overseas. He's back home in Europe playing in an Austria league. Why? Because he hasn't been given the big money yet. This guy's going, look, I want my money. I want a big contract. You brought in Tavares.
Jimmy, give me the money. Where's my money?
Where's my money, Jimmy?
Yeah. He's like, what's his face? Yeah,
Yeah.
of Goodfellas.
Exactly.
Was it Morty? What was his name?
I think it was Morty.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was.
Go ahead, Morty. Go ahead.
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Good. I need my money.
Well, seriously, such a great movie.
Amazing.
So the Toronto Maple Leafs are kind of falling into that same realm right now. Their GM and the management and the whole organization is fighting with William, saying, "Hey, buddy, come and join this party. We are kicking ass over here. We're scoring goals like no one else.
We're first place.
We're scoring goals. Our defenseman's second in scoring in the NHL. Austin's number one. Come join the party." He's like, "I can't. I need my money." And so I wanted to bring up this discussion to you, Dimitri, because what he's looking to do. So what you got the Toronto Maple Leafs. They got John Tavares, big money. You brought him on, right?
I negotiated the contract.
You negotiated that deal, so
That's
he's
right.
getting big money.
Sorry, not the contract. I pitched him.
You pitched him.
His decision was based
On the
me,
pitch.
and you can find that on the episode "The Pitch."
The Pitch.
RealLockerRoomTalk.com.
So you get Tavares over to Toronto. Boom.
How you
Austin Matthews next year is looking for the big money contract, which he deserves and he's gonna get.
doing? Guys score a 40-goal scorer, and he's proving it again already.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Now you got two more guys that are on that team that are good. Nylander's one of them. Mitch Marner's the other guy.
Yeah.
And any guy named Mitch, you got to give some money to. But Mitch Marner right now is going, I'm on the team. I'm playing good. I like where my role is. Okay. Nylander wants big money. In fact, he wants money that is kind of out of the, if they give him the money that he wants, there's no way that they can give Austin Matthews next year the money. So my question is simply this: is Willam Nylander in the right or is he in the wrong? Should he be a team player, or does Toronto turn around and say, look, we can't get to this guy. He just doesn't get the team atmosphere. Ship him out. Get him out of here.
So it's funny. This is a situation where I'm going to say both of them are right.
Okay.
I'm going to go on Nylander's side here for a second and say, yes, it is right to demand your maximum worth that you are eligible for. Okay? It's not his fault.
Right.
It's not his agent's fault. They're looking for the best deal possible. They're taking what he's done. They're taking what they think he's worth, and they're going to hold out for as much as they can. So you cannot fault a player or an agent or anyone trying to get the best possible deal for themselves. Not taking that away from them. If I had to lean sides more from one to the other, I'm leaning towards the Toronto Maple Leafs that are right in their assessment, saying, hold on, we live in a salary cap era. We have to manage this whole thing.
Exactly.
And we know you're a good player. We understand the impact you're going to have on the team. But at the same time, we're not going to sell the farm to you because we're going to sell it to Tavares and Matthews.
That's right.
And that's the bottom line.
Agreed.
So here's what we can offer. And almost take it or leave it. We're willing to work with you, but come down a bit.
Yeah.
I think if he's not willing to come down, and he ultimately accepts what the Leafs are going to give him. Just take the deal right now, man. What are you playing this waiting game? You're hurting yourself. He's hurting himself as time goes on because this is the favorite Stanley Cup winning team.
Yeah.
This is one of the top teams in the league, and they've already shown that, hey, buddy, have fun in Austria. Right. We're going to kick ass and take names right now. So nobody on your team, Nylander, is thinking about you. When are you going to return? They actually don't want you in the lineup because you're going to fuck with the whole system.
Right. I agree.
That's how I see it.
I'm on
Mitch.
your side with everything. In fact, I would almost, but I got to just say my little 2 cents. Mm-hmm. So, we're not stat guys. We've never been. We don't pretend to be.
No.
But I pulled it up here just because I wanted to see, what does he want? So I read a whole bunch of articles yesterday, and as you see on the notes that we have today, he wants 8.5. He wants the same as Draisaitl has up in Edmonton. Okay? Looking at their numbers, it's eerie. It's creepy. Where we joke around and we say to each other, we're the same person, these two might as well be the same person. Number of games played, Draisaitl has 6 extra games. Goals, 2 goals differentiate them. Assists, the exact same. Points, Draisaitl has 2 more points on him, but look at his plus minus there. What's that number? Minus 12 to a plus 18. All of a sudden, if I'm Willam Nylander, I'm going, absolutely, I want 8.5. Absolutely give me my 8.5. Now, this is where Nylander's hooped. Nylander's hooped because Tavares took his spot.
Yeah.
Like he came in and took it, and rightfully so. So Nylander right now has to make this decision and stop wasting everyone's time. Be a man, take the lesser of the money, because it just happens that your team is that good, and with all due respect, they don't need you. They've already filled your position. Take a little bit less and go win a Stanley Cup and be even more exciting to other teams to come and grab you. Ask for less term. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you look at going cross sports. Go over to Earl Thomas. Here's a guy that says, you know what? Okay, fine. I'll come and play just to kind of show you guys how awesome I am. If Nylander gets hurt or something, he has a crappy season, all of a sudden his value goes down. So this is where I'm at.
Yes.
This is what I've talked to you about in the past, and the rest of the podcast listeners, about the amount of money these guys are being made. This is not a sport anymore. This is all about business.
Yep.
So right now, Nylander, Toronto wants you. They need you. Let's call it what it is. Their chances of winning the Stanley Cup, they're as good as they are now. It gets even better with you on that team. You are a MAGA, straight up. But you're being a MALAKA, because at the end of the day, right now you look like that non-team player. You look like that greedy player. But I don't blame him. When I look at these stats, if I'm him and I just look at this stat alone, nothing else, I want my money. Pay me, baby. Pay me.
You know what? The fact of the matter is that the Maple Leafs are right in looking at it this way. Nylander, you are not worth the equivalent of a Tavares Matthews.
Right.
On the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Absolutely.
We're not giving you the 8.5.
Nope.
That's not our pay grade. The stat that you pulled up, it is eerie. The thing so Draisaitl's got 6 more games and only 2 more points.
Exactly.
So Nylander's a producer.
Exactly.
And here's Draisaitl who gets a contract of contracts. So his league worth might be 8.5. His Toronto worth is not worth 8.5. So again, you said it perfectly. Nylander, make a decision. If you want to play for this team, eat crow.
That's right.
Okay, maybe work a prorated contract. Maybe take the $5 million, let's just say, for the next 3-4 years, but put it in some kind of guarantee on the back end where you're making that 8.5, 9, 10, whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. You want me to pitch it for you? You want to fire agent? You want me to get in there? I think they need
you back, man, because
Nylander.
Dubas went to Sweden last week to talk to him. He went home. He went to Austria or Sweden, wherever. He went to Europe to talk to him straight up. And they are off. They're off by like at least $2 million. So Dubas is basically going, you are our Monahan here in Calgary. We want to give you 6.5, 7-ish. Okay? Yep. He's like, no. Here's the guy I'm kind of... But this is where Nylander has to be a little careful. They gave 8.5 to Draisaitl. And since then, where are you? I haven't heard from you. What I heard is that, people on your team are having fun with your girlfriend. That's what I've been hearing. That's what I've heard. Yeah. But that's all I've heard about Draisaitl.
It's the other way around.
Whatever the case may be.
He was scoring.
Right. He was the other way around.
He was scoring on other nets.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guess what, Draisaitl? bottom line, you've made it good for Nylander and hooped him at the same time. It's
Yeah.
a double-edged sword here.
This guy can't do anything.
He can't do anything right.
Draisaitl.
So Nylander, I'm so curious because by December 1st he has to make a decision. So you got a month left. But the longer you stay over in Europe, man, the longer your teammates are going to be like, dude, is this guy on board or not? Because we're on fire without him. And you know better than me, team chemistry is something you don't want to play with too much.
No, it's the intangible.
Beautiful. I like that I wanted to cover that subject because I love this kind of stuff. I like the business end and all that stuff.
This is the real talk of sports.
That's
I
right.
can tell you who's in first place, but come on, roster. Go look it up. Don't be lazy.
Don't be.
Come on, you can just
I even had to pull up a stat.
Get to NHL.com. Oh, okay, they're in first place. Good. Nice. See you later. Thank you. We're going to talk about other stuff.
Yeah. Well, speaking of other stuff.
We're like the 30 of 30 of podcasts.
Exactly.
Right.
Let's just go into it. I'm going to eat my crow again.
Go into what? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the no time pick'em champion, coming in at 5 foot 2 inches.
It's
weighing
11
195 pounds.
Excuse me, you
for
got it
sure.
right.
I'm
It's
accurate.
11.
I'm accurate on the 195.
Oh, well, 193.
Okay. Let's we got to praise the achievements. Anyways, Mitch Gregor, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Can I tell you something? I'm looking at you straight to your face right now. I think you got into my head. You've gotten into my head, and it's driving me crazy. Today, I was looking at the NFL game, the lineup for the pick'em.
You don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. You have mind games me.
You're like, what's he picking? What am I picking? What am I?
It's not that. I never worried about that before. I don't know. It's in my head now. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I used to have the upsets of upsets. I was like excellent at upsets. And all of a sudden, you've played with me.
Yeah.
You've mentally screwed me.
Because you're Mitch Gregor. You gas out early. You showed your cards.
Yeah.
You got cocky. And the TSN turning point of the game, right, was this.
What?
Oh, I'm very proud of you. It lit a fire.
Again.
It lit a fire
apparently
under me,
it
Mitch.
did. I guess.
You got so arrogant that when I was picking,
so you turned into Khabib. You're a Khabib.
I'm a Khabibber.
You're a Khabibber.
I'm a Khabibber. You got so arrogant, Mitch Gregor. What did I say? I go, have it. Have your first round. Look, I said take 6 games if you want them.
I got this.
I told you.
I'm not worried.
Take 6 games ahead of me. I'll start from there. I'll start picking week 7.
I know I got this. You know why?
But
I'm glad because now you've made it a competition of some kind. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But previously to that, I was crushing you. What if I went up?
They weren't crushing victories,
They were all that 1 week was disgusting.
1 week was crushing.
I actually watched myself saying, you know what? Does he know what football is?
I like what you're trying to do, turning this around, but let's get back to the task at hand. You were 0-4.
Right. I was 4-0.
You're 4-0.
Right.
Now you're 4-3.
Yeah.
You're sweating bullets. I don't even know how you're wearing your sweater in here. You got arrogant.
You know I love the sweater vest.
You know what I mean?
I'm a sweater vest guy.
You are a sweater vest guy. The 19 pounds of hair on your chest are sticking straight up.
Unbelievable.
Because I'm coming for you. Just like Mitch Gregor, you gassed out.
Fair enough.
You're
Respect.
a one-round wonder.
I'm willing to tell you straight to your face, this is eerie because you called it. But I'm ready. I'm now back.
Oh, yeah?
I'm focused.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's fight.
You're going to... Bing, bing. Jeff, get me the dinger on here. You ready? You want some of this?
Listen, before we get to the pick'ems, last week we talked about something. We said, you know what? Because this week in the NFL, again, weird things were happening. Kickers that never missed were missing. The Bengals are showing the world that they actually do suck. Like, they just can't be good. They're just that poor franchise.
Will
never really be good.
By the way, roster, how disappointing. We threw a challenge your way. You didn't even want to take it.
You guys didn't want to take it.
Cowards.
You guys could have been up $100
We gave you the bait. We picked those games on purpose because we knew we were going to lose. We wanted to see.
it. What's the matter with you? And what did you guys do over there?
Nothing.
Scaredy cats. That's it. It's a good thing it's Halloween. It makes sense. You guys are scared of us.
You're stealing your costumes.
Get it? Exactly. Listen, but last week you brought up a great subject, and I want to talk about it quickly. You said, let's talk about the 5, like we each we each sat across from each other and said, let's pick our 5 greatest quarterbacks
That's
of all
right.
time.
I want to backtrack how it came because we're in that one discussion for our fantasy football league where I'll give you credit. There's a guy that's in this podcast.
That's right.
That's in first place.
Yeah, 6-1.
And you know what's
How you
funny?
doing?
Oh, you know what's funny in that fantasy? I started 0-4.
Right.
I'm 3-4 right now.
Get the hell
Do you
outta
think
here.
that fantasy dictates the pick'em?
It could? It could
Is that what
easily.
it's all
It could
about?
easily.
Anyways, but we had that conversation.
Sure.
Rodgers has a great game, come from behind,
Yeah.
leads the team to victory. The quarterback discussion started a little bit from there. We had talked about it, and it started because your brother Nick goes, Troy Aikman's the best.
Yeah.
He's the, because he's a Cowboys fan, he's going to throw it out there. And I go, wait a sec. How is it that Troy Aikman is a 3-time Super Bowl champion in an era where the 49ers and the Cowboys dominated the 90s,
That's
back
right.
and forth with amazing talent and team pedigree? But if you look at the top 10 list, rarely anybody even has Troy Aikman
Agreed.
on that list, which to me is a tragedy.
Yeah.
And that's where the conversation came and it said,
Exactly.
okay, well, who are the top 5? Mitch goes to me, who are the top 5? Who's your top 5?
I got my top 5. Here they are. In number 5, it's actually a 2-way street. I got 2 guys on number 5.
You got 2 guys?
I got 2 guys. I couldn't
Okay.
decide. Drew Brees at number 5 and Bart Starr of the legendary Green Bay Packers. Bart Starr, if you look at his stats, are unbelievable. Look, in a league in an era where it was mostly running, take a look at Bart Starr's stats, and maybe it is because I'm a Packer fan, but the guy was a winner. And if when you see my list, this is all about the winners. At number 4, Aaron Rodgers.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's right. Listen, Super Bowl winner, amazing player, pedigree, probably the most athletic, best quarterback, like pound for pound. But there was a reason I left him at number 4, because at number 3, I had to go with the guy that I love just as much and slightly a little bit more, and he's got a lot more championships than him, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is my number 3.
Number 3?
As much as we pub him hard on this podcast because we love him, I made him number 3 only because, and I'll be honest with you, his running ability, the fact that I'll never be scared of Tom Brady running out of the pocket ever in my entire life
Fair
is
point.
why he's going to be stuck at number 3 and probably not number 1. At number 2, Joe Montana. When you talk about a guy that just knows how to win and he's cool, he's collected, and he's got 4 Super Bowls, I got to go with the guy that Tom Brady looked up to. And then you're like, but wait a minute, who's number 1? Well, for anybody that knows me, you're only going to get one number 1, and that's Mr. Brett Favre, the greatest of all time in my eyes.
You got the Favre at number. Is that
You know
because he
what?
did There's Something About Mary?
One of the best movies of all time because of him. And you know what? Look, Brett Favre played in a time where he was whipping that ball around. And when you look at who
Yeah,
he had,
he sent those pictures of those
but
same balls to reporters.
I want you to remember this. Who is he throwing the ball to? Nobody. Brooks, yeah. Outside of that, who do you have? He never had a run game. He never really had a bona fide number 1 wide receiver, and he was breaking records. Sure, he broke the interception record as well, but that's because of the desire this guy
He
had.
did take chances.
Absolutely.
That's what I say.
To
What
me,
made him great?
Brett Favre, best quarterback of all time.
Holy smokes! I got to be honest with you. That your list shocks me. Absolutely shocked me. But you went from a different standpoint, so I can kind of understand where you're going. I went from a standpoint of achievement, and based on the achievement into the ability. So at number 5,
Right.
I have from the Denver Broncos a Mr. John Elway.
Wow.
You know, look, I know John Elway, if we're going to go on the Super Bowl, he doesn't have as much as some of the other people out there, but John Elway was a true quarterback. Very rarely do you have guys that can come in and dictate the game. And you know that this was a John Elway team. I love it. I got to give John Elway my number 5. Number 4 on my top 5 QB list. Yeah, I'm taking it home. But this is where I put in Mr. Brett Favre.
Yeah.
The old gunslinger. To me, no matter where he places, he's always going to be a top 5 quarterback. And I can't be argued outside of the fact. You're right, he didn't have much. what made him great was also what drew him all the criticism. He took risks. He made chances. He wanted the desire to make plays. But very rarely do you get a guy where the entire team really believes in him and wants to rally behind him. He was an excellent leader. Number 3 is, for me, the quarterback that understands the field game more than anybody, and that's Peyton Manning.
I knew you were going to say it.
Peyton Manning, to me,
Yeah.
if you were to dissect the brain and let that be the textbook of what a quarterback should be doing on the field, I just don't see anyone better than Peyton Manning doing that. Number 2, this is where I got Joe Montana. Can't deny the achievement.
Oh, we tied on that one.
We tied, yeah, same one. We can't deny the achievement. 4 Super Bowls. That says it all. 4 Super Bowls.
I guess I know who number 1 is.
And number 1 is the greatest of all time. We praise him here. He's the archangel of the Lord. To me, he was the GOAT when he tied Montana for 4. But there's no argument anymore when he has 5. That's Tom Brady.
Fair enough.
You got a guy who consistently takes the team to the AFC Championship year after year after year after year. A guy who's won more Super Bowls than anyone else. A guy who's been to the Super Bowl more than anyone else. And enough of this, Montana got to 4 and won 4 because you have to have a great quarterback to win, but you do have to have a great team to win. And I'll tell you right now that Joe Montana's San Francisco 49ers would get shut out by the Philadelphia Eagles of last year. And this was a game that could have been a Tom Brady Super Bowl at the age of 39.
That's right.
Okay, so let's just get real about this. So that's my top 5. Elway, Favre, Manning, Montana, Archangel of the Lord, Tom Brady. Kills me. I thought about Aaron Rodgers. I did, but Aaron's got to complete a career, and he's got to do a little more for me to crack this list, Mitch. I'll say it here from a talent perspective. When I look at raw, sheer talent, Aaron Rodgers to me is the greatest quarterback of all time. Nobody throws the ball better than he has. But he's not on the right team. He's not. I hate to say it. We'll talk about this down the road.
Sure.
But if the Packers aren't doing anything for him, I want him to go.
Right. Oh, wow.
He should have been a 3-time Super Bowl champ, and he'd be at my number 2 spot.
Well,
but not yet.
I like it. I like where you're going. I like it. Now, we also in the same podcast last week talked about teams that are screwing us right before we get into the pick'em section.
Anyone who's playing.
Everybody. So we're about to go into pick'ems. Give me your 3 mush teams, the teams that hoop you each and every year.
Okay.
And it's religious. Like it doesn't change.
In no specific order.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens?
Really?
Shame on you. Look, when you're picking the Pittsburgh Steelers and the over, okay, you're picking the Baltimore Ravens and the over on a Sunday Night Football, and it's 4-2, and Flacco just needs to convert a first down to get in field goal position.
Right.
And he throws it short on a 5-yard pass. That's mush, Mitch.
All right.
That's
Who's number
mush.
2?
Miami Dolphins.
Oh, I got him on here too.
This is, I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah. I hate you.
Where's
I hate
Snowflake?
you. Yeah.
Where is Snowflake?
You'll find out later why I hate the Dolphins as well.
This team can't do anything right in sports betting. And number 3, it actually is comprised of 2 teams.
Sure.
I don't know which one's worse over the other.
Sure. Give it to me.
But New York.
The Giants?
Or the Jets. Either or.
Very good.
Either or.
Either or.
I can't handle it.
Mine are number 1. I'm not going to lie to you. The New York Giants have screwed me over more money than anybody.
So it's not me then.
I'll tell you guys a quick story. Let's just say the Giants about 6 years ago. I'm just going to say this. Giants and $20,000. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? And number 2, the Miami Dolphins. I hate you. I literally hate your franchise. I hate everything about you. I don't know what. I just hate you. Number 3, believe it or not, it's a tie again. As you have 2 teams, I'll get Seattle Seahawks have driven me crazy for years.
Interesting.
And the Houston Texans. Ooh. I don't know why, but they've just I can never seem to figure them out. So there's our mush teams.
Hold on, you had Miami and the Giants as well.
Oh.
So it's not just you and it's not just
No,
me.
man.
These are mush teams.
They're mush.
It's brutal.
They're horrible.
So it's to the point that on our pools ticket,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who Miami is playing.
Yeah.
We're boxing. You have to box.
Yeah, fair enough.
You have to box.
And I think Sports Select knows that because they're like, well, we're going to get $10 out of this ticket. Every
Remember
year,
that?
no matter what.
Remember that band Hootie and the Blowfish from
Yes.
like 20 years ago?
Yes.
Their biggest hit, "Only Want to Be With You." There's a line in there, "The Dolphins make me cry." That's what he's referring to.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hootie would know.
Hootie would
What's that
know.
guy's name? Darius Rucker?
And he's doing, and he's a country star now.
Yeah, he's North Carolina.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, he has that wagon wheel song. They play it now.
Great song.
Great song.
Great song.
Yeah.
It's not as good as that beer song Jeff played a couple weeks ago.
Don't talk too much.
Yeah, Bandland.
Is it-
Yeah.
Jeff,
We're
is it
waiting
ready?
for it. We're waiting for it.
Jim's going to be back. He's partying in Montreal. He went to see the football game in
I didn't
Montreal.
think Jeff were a
Look,
Montreal guy.
guys, this is as big as Zoolander
Hey,
rolling
he's
out
just
Blue
my friend.
Steel.
I'm not a Montreal guy. He's just a friend of mine. He went to Montreal.
Fair enough.
I got nothing against him either.
This is the Blue Steel of songs.
Now,
Yeah.
here we go.
We'll
We got-
share a bit of that beer song when Jim gets back. Next
Absolutely, we
Yeah.
are looking for it, and the listeners, the roster will love it. It
Get
is
into it,
amazing.
Mitch. Get
Here we
into
go.
the goods.
Here's the pick'em segment, and guess who the two teams are to start off Thursday night this week.
I know.
Here
I
we
know. I
go.
know.
Let's rush through this because
Done.
MAGA MALAKA this week is unreal. I have outdone myself, and I can't wait.
It's unbelievable.
I can't wait.
And just for verification, Jeff, you can verify. I don't even know what MAGA MALAKA is. I put my post-it over it.
That's right.
Oh, it's a surprise.
Changed it. All right, here we go.
Give me the
Thursday
pick.
night.
Yeah.
Miami Mush at Houston Mush.
Oh my God, this is tough. I'm taking the Texans at home. I'm only playing home advantage here.
Same way. Honest to God, that's exactly what I'm doing. Go to hell, both teams. Philadelphia at Jacksonville in London.
Oh,
High tea, will you? Both teams screwed me over last week.
well, I'm gonna take. I like where Philadelphia's going here. I'm gonna take the Eagles, I guess, on the boat instead of on the road, over the Jaguars.
I so badly want to take Jacksonville because I just, in my heart, I know eventually they're going to turn this
Yeah,
around.
they play well overseas.
But they do. Apparently, they're like 3-0 in London.
Yeah.
But you know what? They suck on offense. So I'm going Philly. And after that loss they gave away to Carolina, Philly, you got my vote. Denver at KC.
Ooh, this is a tough one. Denver, shame on you because last week they did me good.
Yeah.
But this week, I got to go with Kansas City, playing well.
Dimitri has got Kansas City. Ladies and gentlemen,
No.
I'm going to take Denver. You know
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
Last time they played each other, it was close.
Yeah, it was.
And Casey can't keep this up. They just can't.
You're right. Mitch, you're right. Yeah, I endorse your move. Good for you. How does that feel that you're already down one, you idiot?
I know. New York Jets at Chicago.
No, you know what? I like Chicago in this one. I think they're both the same kind of team. I like the Bears here.
They are. I think they're replicas of each other.
Yeah.
I'm going Chicago as well. Cleveland at Pittsburgh. They played week 1. It was a tie.
It was, but you know what? This is a time where Pittsburgh sets the record straight and I think wins kind of convincingly.
After the bye,
Yep.
guess what? Cleveland, you got my vote.
Ah!
You got me, you sons of bitches. You got me. Washington at the New York Giants. I think everyone knows where I'm going on this one.
This is terrible. This is one of the worst things that could happen in sports. Give me the Redskins on the road, Mitch.
Hell yeah. Dimitri, Seattle at Detroit.
Really tough game. I'm just going to take the Lions at home, Mitch.
I got the Lions at home as well, only because I think they just got a little bit more firepower.
What's their punter? What's their punter situation
You know what?
like?
Their punting's okay. It's okay. Not great, but okay. Tampa Bay at Cincinnati.
I think this is where Cincinnati gets back on track. I'm going to pick them over the Bucks.
Jeff, cue my music.
Whoa!
I'm coming back, baby. Last week, I let you all down. Jacksonville, you sons of bitches, you lost me that game, and I had a 6-0 record going into it. 6-1, guess what? It's turning 7-1. Dimitri's wondering, who's your pick? Stop talking. Tampa Bay will pull it off and win this game. We're going 7-1. It's my 5-star pick of the week.
Whoa, big move. Big move.
Baltimore at Carolina.
How do you follow that one up?
I really can't.
Carolina.
I also have Carolina.
Yeah, I like the way the defense is playing this year.
I want Baltimore there.
Yeah,
I do. I really want them there.
Me too.
It's because it's at home. That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's it for me.
Indy
too.
versus Oakland. Oakland, I think, has traded their entire team away.
It's interesting that you say that. And Jeff, cue my music.
Why don't we go for the easy one, everyone?
Oh, yeah. Because I'm picking the Oakland Raiders as the money-making matchup of the week. Yeah, pick the easy one. That's what Mitch's 5-star is all about. You want to make some serious dollars on an outside bet? Take the Oakland Raiders. Guys, it happens in sports all the time. Oh, it's the gimme. Oh, it's the gimme. They changed the team. This is where the team rallies. Amari Cooper, more like Oakland winning.
Wow. Impressive. I also endorse your pick.
Ah!
That is a great pick. I love it. Ballsy. San Francisco at Arizona. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on this one. Yeah.
This is like me and you, like our water polo match.
Yeah, this is exactly it. Yeah.
Two sad cases.
But
I'm gonna ride the Arizona winning train here, Mitch. I'm gonna take the Cardinals at home.
After seeing what happened to Arizona last week against Denver, I don't think they know how to play good defense. Or pardon me, their offense is that out of sorts. I'm gonna take San Fran in this one. Dimitri,
I don't know.
I'm with you on this one.
I don't know.
Okay. This is big. Green Bay at the LA Ram Illuminati. Now, this is an 8.5, 9.5 as of this morning point spread. That's the highest spread that Aaron Rodgers has ever been down on in his entire NFL career.
Mitch, you know what? This was going to be my moneymaker.
Do it. Do it.
And I decided not to.
Do it.
And look.
Do it. Do it.
They just don't have the running game to beat the Rams, Mitch. I'm taking the Rams at home.
Do it. You blasphemous son of...
Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it, Mitch?
I know what you're doing.
Why don't you do it?
I know what you're going to do.
What are you doing?
No, I'm taking the Rams too. What do you think? I'm stupid? Are you crazy? Sunday night, New Orleans at Minnesota.
This is a really, really tough game. And, you know, at first, I said the Minnesota Vikings, they got to be on this trail now. But New Orleans has some unsettled business.
Yeah.
And they really need to beat this team. And I think it's personal. Give me the Saints on the road.
I'm 100% on you on this one because of exactly that reason. Great call. And Monday night, it's kind of sad, but kind of fun. I'm sure the fans will have a great time.
Yeah.
It's New England at Buffalo.
Oh, this is really, really wicked.
Bills Mafia.
Yeah. Patriots.
Yeah, no choice. Sorry, Bills fans.
Can't do it.
Unfortunately, when Derek Anderson is taking over the realm, we got no choice here. All right, there's the Pick'em segment. We go from Pick'em straight to everyone's newest favorite segment. Why? Because it makes the money. Sportsfolio. That's all we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. Dimitri, how
did you do last week on the Sports?
I went 2 for 2. I'm not gonna lie. My Alabama -29 crushed it.
Great call, by the way. You didn't take the bait.
Jacksonville, those bums lost me, and then Washington State Cougars. I think they're ranked 15th last week. All of a sudden, take on Oregon, ranked top 10, and I believe at number 8. The game day show. If you ever watched the pre-show of the NCAA, their pregame show or whatever it is, this is the first time they've ever been to Pullman in Washington. Over 30,000 people were at this game time. It was crazy. It was so fun to watch. And not only did they cover, which I said they would, they crushed them.
Amazing.
Cougars all day, baby. So
beautiful. So you went 2 for 3.
So and then I took somebody else. Oh, and I took Penn State won, but they didn't cover. Unfortunately, they just
Yeah, but you know what, though? Depending on your bet and your stakes, this is
Sure.
why we do the Sportsfolio, because you can come out ahead and still make money. You basically just hedged yourself on the bets.
Absolutely. So I decided to go a little NCAA again this week.
Oh.
And here are my 3 picks for you.
Love it.
Navy's playing Notre Dame, who's ranked right now 3rd or 4th, depending on what poll you're looking at. But this is a traditional game. This is in Notre Dame. Notre Dame doesn't put up a lot of points. I'm taking Navy plus the 23.5.
Ooh.
I'm going to take in the Texas versus Oklahoma State. It's 59.5. Go over. Take it all day. That's an over game all day. And then I decided NFL. I'm going to take New Orleans. Give me 1 point. Give me 1 point. I'm taking Drew Brees and the boys. 1 point. Give me my 1 point.
I like that. Really, really good. So last week, I hit 3 for 3. I told you, guys, double down on the Dodgers.
Yes, you did.
Okay, when stocks go down, it's not the time to sell. It's time to buy.
Buy.
Okay?
Right.
Don't fall into that trap.
Don't sell.
Don't sell. Buy. Okay?
Right.
So, Dodgers make it.
Right.
I told you, play Calgary Flames are going to win 2 out of 3 for the week when we
Boom.
recorded. Boom,
They
they
sure
did
did.
it. How you doing? How's your mother?
How you feeling?
I don't know.
I like what you did there.
You know,
I like that.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, and what did I tell you? Houston, LA Lakers,
Boom.
take the over.
Yeah.
These are high scoring clubs.
I don't think
It's
there's any
gonna happen.
defense left in any sport.
You know,
not
and-
in
and I-
football, not in basketball, nothing.
And take the loogie.
Take the Lugs.
I gave you the loogie,
Yep.
the fight,
Yep.
the Mayweather promotion, and the over.
Boom.
Boom. There you go. How you doing?
That's
By the
it.
way, really quick, who's a jerk? Rondo,
Yeah.
Chris Paul.
Straight up Chris Paul, man. That guy, you don't put your finger in somebody else's face. Like argue, fight, I get it, but you don't push another guy's face, especially in a crowd of what 25,000 people in LA. Like you don't disrespect somebody like that. I'm not saying Rondo's a saint, but you just don't put your finger on somebody else's
I'm leaning
face.
with you too. It looks like he spit on him, but it looks like he didn't even spit on him. It's like he had water in his mouth and he was trying to say something, and a little thing came over here. Yeah, don't put it in his face. Yeah, slap him. Don't
Slap
do that.
him.
Slap him.
Slap him.
Just get it over with.
How you doing?
There you go.
Yeah. So
But
here we go.
Rondo's got to work on his jab. This week,
yeah.
Sportsfolio.
What do you got?
What do I got?
Yeah.
I know a bait game when I see one. And right now they're favoring the Pats
Yeah.
at 14 points.
Yeah.
Buffalo's not taking this, okay? Take New England. They will cover this game, okay?
I like that pick.
Baltimore, Carolina, mush.
Mush.
You got half a mush.
Half a mush.
Right now they got 43.5 points
Yeah.
on the over-under. I like the over on this game.
I like
I
that.
do.
I like your play
I
there.
do.
I like
I
that.
like
I
the
like that a
over
lot.
on this
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
And I do believe it's going to hit. And I'm going to change it up a little bit here.
What are you doing?
I'm going overseas,
Uh-huh.
but not the game that we talked about that's overseas.
Handball?
A little bit, something else that's going on in the United Kingdom. A little footy. Going to put some soccer in the Sportsfolio. I haven't done it yet.
All right.
Manchester United, they got a game this weekend. They're favored by minus 154. Take Manchester just to win on the money
it.
line.
I like it.
Just take it. Take the conservative money
I
there.
love it. I love it. A little
Boom.
bit of everything. College football, NFL, footy. Boom.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
All of a sudden, you know what banks are going to do? They're going to start holding the funds of our of the roster because they're like, where are you coming up with all this extra
Yeah,
cash?
how do you keep winning?
How do you keep winning?
What are you talking? The
Who are
stocks-
you? Are you a drug dealer?
The stocks
What-
are
what's
down
going
this
on
week.
over
The
here?
S&P 500 isn't
Exactly.
performing.
Who are you? Who are you to come in here with thousands of dollars at all times?
Sportsfolio. That's our business venture.
Here we go. MAGA MALAKA this week is about quarterbacks.
I'm not even looking. I'm only, as you say.
But what I did was I tweaked it.
Okay.
What I said, you said, let's do quarterbacks. I said,
I want-
sure.
yes.
And then I started listing off all these quarterbacks. But then I'm like, what if I said one quarterback versus another quarterback?
Hold on.
And you have to choose one's a MAGA, one's a MALAKA.
Oh,
And here we
you
go.
have some
Here's a little
dirty stuff
underhand,
planned.
a little easy one over the
Okay,
plate.
okay.
Russell Wilson or Cam Newton? Who's the MAGA? Who's the MALAKA?
That's not an easy one.
I know.
That's actually pretty good. But for me, Cam Newton's the MAGA.
Cam Newton
Yes.
over Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
Super Bowl champ?
Yes.
No, wrong.
No, Cam Newton, Superman.
Superman versus Super Bowl.
Yeah, Superman wins. The guy's the Bo Jackson of quarterbacks.
I don't know how Jeff's going to decide who's a MAGA or MAGA. Just tap whichever button you want, Jeff. I'm going Russell Wilson as the MAGA because when you win a Super Bowl, you're a MAGA. Straight up.
I know what
done.
you're saying. I just like Cam Newton.
I know. A little easy one here. Dan Marino or Jim Kelly? Who's the MAGA? Who's the MALAKA?
Dan Marino's a MAGA. Are you
What?
crazy? What are you
How
talking
is
about?
Dan Marino MALAKA?
Did he find out that Lois Einhorn was not Ray Finkel and help Ace
He
Ventura?
didn't find it.
And
Ace Ventura found
He
out.
found out.
No, Ace Ventura found out.
No.
He was kidnapped by Ray Finkel.
Yes, but at the end of the movie, when he was trying to prove it, he couldn't pull the wig off. She had boobs. Was it not Dan Marino in the fourth quarter that pulled Ace Ventura and showed him Captain Winky in the back of the underwear, Mitch? Tell me I'm wrong.
He did point to it. You're correct. Ace Ventura solved the case.
No,
Jim
Marino helped him solve the case.
No, he didn't. What he did was get caught. He almost cost him the Super Bowl, which he already did previously. Now, Jim Kelly's no better at 0-4. But Jim Kelly is a super MAGA. He may have went to the Super Bowl 4 straight times, but he's also beaten cancer. Jim Kelly, MAGA.
It's not that easy.
I know. Drew Brees or Peyton Manning? That's right.
Peyton Manning's the MAGA here.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
How do you put Brees over
Drew
Manning?
Brees is a
You
way
are
better
an
leader
idiot.
than Peyton Manning.
A way better leader?
Way
A
better leader. Way better leader.
You got to be joking
Peyton
me.
Manning might be better at reading the field.
Or
but
winning
Drew
Super Bowls with two
Drew
different
Brees-
teams?
Oh, let me ask you this. Drew Brees, all his wide receivers are covered pretty well. He's got to run. Who are you wanting to run with the ball? That's right. Drew Brees, MAGA.
Oh, yeah, because last time I checked quarterback, who runs with the ball? That's why they have a running back. You buffoon. He's a general. Get out of here. No wonder you've lost
You know
three
what?
straight.
You're an idiot.
This is what happens.
This is
No,
what it's
you're
coming
an
down.
idiot.
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
No, you're
an
an idiot.
idiot. That's
You're
it.
an idiot.
You know what? You're an idiot. That's it. All right, here's one for you. Eli Manning or Phillip Rivers?
Oh, give me Phillip Rivers.
Same with me. Even though Eli's got 2 Super Bowls. Isn't that weird? Same with me. If I had to
Yeah,
redo
because
that.
we both have had Phillip Rivers in fantasy and
That's
Eli
right.
in fantasy.
Exactly.
And that's what happens.
Exactly. Eli knows it was his defense that won on those Super Bowls.
Oh, he's in hot water.
Here's one for you. Ready? Colin Kaepernick, Michael Vick.
You dirt devil.
Oh, it took me a while to put this
You
together.
dirt devil. I'll take Michael Vick as a MAGA over the Kaepernick.
I'm with you, you son of a bitch. I'm with you all day. I'm with you. All right, going back to the Mannings. Peyton or Eli?
Oh, come on, Peyton Manning. Mitch, don't mess with me, please.
You know what? All right, fine. Peyton wins.
Okay,
this one.
thank you.
He wins it. He wins it just because he knows when to retire. Eli, you could have left by now.
You know
could have
what?
left.
I want to
You
talk
could have
about this next week about whether or not coach that got sacked there in New York,
Yeah.
he was right.
What?
Let Eli go.
Yeah, he might be right.
We'll talk about that next week.
2 more ready to go. Maybe 3, Jeff, really quick. Vinny Testaverde or Boomer Esiason?
The battle of ages.
The battle of
Give
ages.
me Testaverde.
You want
MAGA.
Testaverde? I love Vinny T just because I could say Vinny T. Vinny T, you win, buddy. Now, here's one for all you Cowboy fans. Yeah, that's right. I'm going there. Troy Aikman or Tony Romo?
If a Cowboy fan tells me anyone else other than Troy Aikman is the MAGA, you're deluded. Give me Aikman.
I 100% agree with you. Troy Aikman all day MAGA. But let me reverse it. Who do you like as a commentator? Troy Aikman or Boomer? Or, pardon me, Troy Aikman or Tony Romo?
As a cop, oh, Mitch.
I know, right?
This is tough.
It's Romo.
I got a
It's
third.
Romo.
No.
what?
I got a third answer.
Huh.
Troy Aikman and Tony Romo take over the whole broadcast.
I like it.
Commentary by Aikman, analytics by Romo.
Let me ask you this real quick. Why doesn't somebody hire Tony Romo to be either their offensive coordinator or their defensive coordinator? He is predicting every play where I think the producer actually tells him in his ear, stop telling the player.
They got mad at him in the first year.
Did they?
Yeah,
well,
you didn't know this.
Last week, I heard about it, but last week he did it again. Where, dude, he's like, watch, they're jamming the left. They're gonna come and exactly to it. So if I'm a defensive guy, I'm like, I know he played quarterback, but why don't I just say, hey, Tony, tell our defensive guy that's getting the radio, like, tell them all what they're about to do on offense.
Be even better,
or reverse it. You know, get into Dak's here and tell Dak, roll to the left and throw the ball or whatever.
They hire him as the coordinator, but he still keeps his time on primetime TV.
Exactly.
And then we get to watch him actually coordinating the plays up there, then talking about it.
I love it. But it's like he's doing it anyway. It's unreal. Just get paid for it, Tony. You deserve it. It's unbelievable.
You deserve it.
Here we go, Jeff. This is the last one.
You got that look
I got the last one for you. It's over after this. It's over. Here it is. If we're gonna put the Cowboy fans on the shelf, we're gonna do it to ourselves. Aaron Rodgers
you were doing
or Brett Favre. Who's the MAGA? Who's the MALAKA?
So easy for me. Aaron Rodgers is the MAGA.
What? You have Favre as your number 4. I have him as my number 1, and you chose Aaron Rodgers over Favre?
Yes, absolutely.
No. You are wrong, sir.
Wow.
You are wrong, sir.
No, Aaron Rodgers is the MAGA.
Sir.
If you're going Green Bay to Green Bay, I know. Look, career's not over yet. My list isn't over. My list can get updated. Aaron Rodgers is the MAGA. Brett Favre is the MALAKA.
Brett Favre. MAGA.
No way.
And I'll tell you why. Maybe Brett Favre left and went to Minnesota, but I never saw him.
He went to the purple team, Mitch.
He never dated somebody from the Chicago Bears. Jeff, cue the music. End this right now. This is over. This is
he
done.
Went to the purple team.
You know what he did.
Look, he went to the Mush Jeff.
It's over.
He went to the Mush Jets, and then he went to the
got
purple
the most
team.
amount of money,
You want
to go and bang Danica when you know better
Shame on you.
No, I won't allow it.
I would bang Danica. I would bang Danica with the Chicago jersey on. Sorry, I got upset. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean what I said.
That's it.
But I'll tell you what I do mean. I mean that all of you should get out there and listen to Real Locker Room Talk. And for those that are listening, obviously you already are, but spread the word a little bit. Follow us on the channels, reallockerroomtalk.com, at Mitch and Dimitri. Follow the greatest studio of all time, Alchemy Studio, macromindmedia.com, agapegreekradio.com. You guys are the best. All of you have helped make this possible. I know it got heated here in the locker room. Mitch and I are fighting.
I want you to cool down.
But this is why we cool down when we hit the showers.
Hey, I got a Dallas Cowboy joke.
Go ahead.
What's the difference between a circus and the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders?
What?
Don't know.
One's a cunning array of stunts.
This is what I wanted your segment to be about, Jeff. This is it. All right, see you guys.